Yo, the pressure is on several quarterbacks going into the playoffs. This is where you make a name for yourself. This is where you make your mark. The most high-intense games. Let's find out which quarterbacks are under the most pressure. I got my pick 6 right here. At number 6, I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. Everybody knows how great of a player he is. He is arguably the greatest, or will end up as the greatest quarterback in the history of the National Football League when you compare talent and titles. So Patrick Mahomes under a whole lot of pressure. At number 5, Jalen Hurts. See, I think Jalen Hurts has to get it done. He was a second-team All-Pro last year, and this year, what in the world has really gone on? All those interceptions, 15 of them, 20 turnovers in total. You can clear it all up if you make a run. At number 4, Matthew Stafford. See, Matthew Stafford is playing his first playoff game in Detroit. But remember, he was the number 1 overall pick by the Detroit Lions just about 12 to 14 years ago. Matthew Stafford going back home. Many Detroit faithful are banning people from wearing old Stafford jerseys in the stadium. Stafford has to show off and show out. At number 3, Tua Tagovailoa. They picked up his 5th-year option, but he ain't really gotten that real paper yet, family. Tua is going to feel all of the pressure, and I hope it keeps him warm because it's bound to be cold in Kansas City. At number 2, truly, this person could be number 1, Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff is going to go up against the team that traded him away and then won the Super Bowl after they traded him away. He's going to go up against the quarterback that his coach said was better than him. Jared Goff has the opportunity to atone for the sins of the Rams, and will he do it? Will he show up and show out? But at number 1 is the person we just talked about, Dak Prescott, All-Pro. It's hard to do. If you're that good, you cannot go 2-5 in the playoffs. You can't do it. You're sitting at 2-4 right now. You need to win a playoff game, Dak Prescott. You just got named the 2nd best quarterback in football. These are my 6 quarterbacks under the most pressure. Gosh, this list was difficult. It's a difficult list, Troy Taylor. I got to be honest. It was a difficult list. I don't think I got it right, but it's my list. It's subjective, so I can't be wrong. Which quarterback to you, though, Joy, will be under the most pressure this weekend?
For me, it's Josh Allen, who I don't see up there. There was a lot of nuggets up there, by the way. Great presentation. Did you say that they're not letting people wear Stafford jerseys?
The Lions faithful are trying to ban people from wearing Stafford jerseys.
Stafford been good to them, man.
I ain't going to tell people how to act in Detroit, but okay.
Good to them.
Anyway.
Josh Allen.
Well, to me, I'm looking at, when you say under pressure, obviously it's subjective, so we're all probably going to have different answers. But I think of what's going to be the biggest bleep show if it goes bad, right? So I would agree Dak is definitely very high up there. But to me, it's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Who are you going against? First of all, you put yourself in this position to have to go completely playoff mode through the last 6 games of the season. And you did great. And you look great, and we feel like you're back on top and you're playing at a high level. You can't lose to the Steelers.
Yeah.
We're talking about that. We're talking about
Mason.
Dallas can't lose to LaFleur and Jordan Love. You can't lose to the Steelers on their 3rd quarterback. What? Mike Tomlin in the hot seat?
Can't do it.
They're not even healthy?
Yeah, TJ Watt not even.
At home? Huh?
Yeah, that's going to be rough.
That's going to look icky. That's good. We're good. I don't like that. I don't like that one. I don't like that season. I don't like how that turned out.
Question.
This is the game that everyone is expecting to be just a wash, you know, and I don't think it will be, because I think that Mike Tomlin is an excellent coach. I still think that the Bills are going to win, and win, you know, convincingly, but you can't lose this game. That, to me, if that happens, I mean, because we can't even picture it. Can you even picture it?
No. I think the Bills are going to win.
Of course, everyone does. But if that happens, how bad is that going to look? And we can't look back on how the season started, because the expectations have now changed for them. We're talking about they're on a crash course to the AFC Championship.
That's a good one. Shady, where are you at? Which quarterback is under the most pressure? You've played with Mahomes in the playoffs. You've played with Brady in the playoffs. You've played with the greats. Which quarterback's under the most pressure?
I do know this is the playoffs, right?
Playoffs.
Like, anything can happen. I mean, I know the records or whatever they are, but like, it is the playoffs. We've seen worse things happen. I'm gonna go with Jalen Hurts. And when I got all the quarterbacks in the playoffs, who's playing the worst? All of them.
Yeah.
With expectations, Jalen Hurts.
Right? And he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
That's a good point.
So that's why I'm picking Jalen Hurts. And that's my boy, that's my team, but I'm putting the pressure and the most on him because we need to see it.
Yeah.
Every week even when we were winning games, we're not playing our standard, we're not playing good enough. It's everybody. It's not just Jalen, everybody on the Eagles. We're at this point, right? End of the season, losing to weak teams, bad teams, teams that's trying to get Caleb Williams, that don't want to win. We lose to them. So it's like, what's Jalen Hurts going to do? I'm putting pressure on him because he's that good. If he wasn't that good, I wouldn't care. Mm-hmm. Now, you're going against the Bucs. They're not a great team, right? They kind of like stuck in the playoffs. 9-8. They barely got in the playoffs. Like 9-8? You in the playoffs? Okay, anyway, we'll play. That's what it is. So I think going against Baker Mayfield, who I think you're way better than, right? I think that the Bucs team, they found a way to get in the playoffs, but they're not that good of a team. Yep. Got a lot of talent, but they're not good as a team. Yeah. We should win this game. If we don't win this game, I'm putting all the pressure on Jalen Hurts.
Shady, you've been in Philadelphia. You know Philadelphia media. You know Berman. You know McClain. You know Espion. You know all of them.
It's a tough place to play.
It's a tough place to play, and even tougher place to lose. If Jalen Hurts doesn't do well, like, what are the ramifications? You've been a superstar in Philly before.
I don't even want to think like that, but since you asked, listen.
Like, what are the ramifications?
If not even if Jalen Hurts loses this game, right? Because, you know, the quarterback is a win and lose record. And Philadelphia, you think it was bad for Ben Simmons when he left, when he kind of went out there crying and leaving the Sixers because they get like that. If you don't have that thick skin in Philadelphia, you will not last long. Fans, old ladies, old men, trash, anybody, they care about the Eagles. If they lose this game, the whole city's like devastated, right? Yeah. So the papers gonna come out. Did we pay him too much? Was he worth it? Was it a one-hit wonder? Like, they going all these type of. That's what Philadelphia is. I know. So I mean, even me, they question me. Anyway, so if he don't win, it's gonna be a lot of pressure. Now I still think he's our quarterback. I still think he's our guy, right? And I'm rooting for him. But you ask me if he loses this game, how the media gonna take it?
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
You gonna hear about it.
Man, I'm looking at your list. Your list is pretty good. A lot of dudes under pressure. But I'm looking at Patty Mahomes, who goes to the Super Bowl like it ain't nothing. Right? Then I'm looking at Jalen Hurts, who just came from the Super Bowl.
Yep, that's true.
Matthew Stafford, been to the Super Bowl
won it.
Yes, sir, Jared Goff, been to the Super Bowl.
He has been
right?
there.
Dak Prescott.
Been to the...
Yeah, there we go. All the pressure in the world is on Dak Prescott. Number one, we just had a segment. You are all pro. So when you take that football field, everybody going to say this is our all-pro quarterback. Number two, you got that star on the side of your head.
That's true.
So more pressure, more money, more problems, anything you want to talk about, more, come with putting on that helmet and that uniform. Dak Prescott got to deliver. If Dak goes all pro, and Dak was in the MVP race, and he go out here to the Green Bay Packers and go one and done, and it's his fault? Ooh-wee. You talking about a segment on TV we gonna have. I probably ain't gonna come because it's gonna be Shady segment.
I will not kill him if that happens. I mean, it took for 8 years to get your second team all-pro.
Shady.
No.
Shady, on God, I walked in here today, and I'm like, sometimes I just be like visualizing stuff, like in the future, like what would happen. And I imagine coming in after the Cowboys lose, and I could hear your voice in my head. What do you mean?
But see, for me, I didn't even.
I gave that credit.
Yeah.
Listen, even though it took 8 years to finally reach an all-pro, second team all-pro at that, that's a step in progress of doing good. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, some guys, some of the great guys, it's like quicker. You know what I mean? Like me, first team, third year. Like, it didn't take that long. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's different. Everybody's different. My counselor tells me all the time. She's, LeSean, you know what? Everybody's different. You may see things different than another person. So with Dak Prescott, it may took him a little longer to reach to this level, but he's there.
But Shady, 2-5 in the playoffs. That like this 2-5 in the playoffs.
The dog world.
Yeah. See, for me, I didn't even hear. I didn't even hear the voice. I just the facial expression.
No, I could hear it. I could see it. Like,
I'm rooting for Dak. It's not personal with Dak Prescott.
I know it's not. I know it's not, Shady.
I want him to win this game. You know what? I'm gonna go a little farther. I'm gonna bet money that the Cowboys win this game. Right? He's gonna be in my parlay ticket. Right? You know,
I love it. I'm here for it.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.